Hello, welcome to Nola Stamping. I'm Barb Baldwin, and this month we're going to be focusing in on the Floral Delights, which is a gorgeous paper set. I really love how bright and cheerful it is, which is perfect for February. I remember loving the daffodils coming up when I lived up north because it was a sure sign of spring, and this paper just really brings that out. So let's go ahead and get started. So for my card base, I'm going to use a Balmy blue. It goes together really well with those bright, cheerful daffodils. So we're going to cut a card base that's 8.5 inches by 5.5 inches, and then score it at 1 inch and 4.25 inch. And then we're going to have inside sentiment panel. So that is 4 inches by 5.25 inch. And that's just because the Balmy blue is just a little dark to write on. And then we're gonna get the Floral Delights, and we just need a piece that's 3/4 inch by 5.25 inch. So I'm using the opportunity to take off that little bit that I'd chopped off a little bit. And then we're going to need a piece that's 3 inches wide by 5.25 inches tall. And I'm going to use the daffodils for that. And then it's got like little dots on there that I think are really close to the Balmy blue. So like that'll be perfect. And that just needs to be 3 inches by 5.25 inch. And then we're going to use one piece that's 3.25 by 3.25, and I'm using a die to cut those out. My die machine is over on the other table, so I figured I'd just show you the dies that I'm using. I'm using the Spotlight on Nature dies from the annual catalog, so those are a good one to use. But you could also just do a 3.25 inch circle and a 2.75 inch circle. Okay, let's get to stamping. So for that interior sentiment panel, that 4 inch by 5.25 inch, I'm going to put the sentiment there. And then like this, the interior sentiment panel just really evolves because I wanted to pull everything in. And so I'm just going to go ahead and put some like Daffodil Delight dots in the lower left-hand corner. And then in a sec, you'll see how we do the side panel. So then we're going to take that white circle that's 2.75 inch, and the You Are Remarkable stamp set has like a two-tone sort of stamp on it. So I was just playing around with, I like using the Daffodil Delight and the Old Olive, and then stamping it second generation. So I stamp off on like just a piece of paper, and then I try to line it up and then stamp the outline. And then I'm going to go ahead and take the Daffodil Delight, take the interior, and then second generation stamp that flower. So like it has some of the little petals and stuff coming out of the lines, and it looks kind of like artistic. So I really like that look. And then I'm just going to go ahead and grab the bee and just put a little bee on the top because that bee is just a little extra and remarkable. Okay, so let's go ahead and grab our bone folder, and then we're going to just burnish all those folds. And we're taking that 1 inch fold and then folding it on top of the front of the card. And so we're going to take that bright, cheerful gingham and attach it to that little fold. And then we're going to take the 3 inch by 5.25 and put that on the card front. And we're just going to leave a little border all the way across. The fold will fold back, and we're going to attach that in a minute. So then you'll see like how that all sort of attaches together. So then we're going to like place where the sentiment panel would be, just so then that way we can sort of I was going to pull out all of my stamping stuff, and then I realized I really need to know where the flower is going to be, because I didn't want the flower to be too tall and get blocked off by the edge of that circle, which is kind of cool. But then, you know, I also wanted it to be down a little bit. So I just go ahead and sort of place where I'm going to want that circle. And then I'm going to grab a pencil and just really, really super lightly mark the two like little angles. So then I'll know like where the top and the side sort of are, if that makes sense. So then I'm going to second generation stamp again, and I'm just going to put the flower like right up to where that line that I marked was. And then second generation stamping the greenery. And they have a little place where it sort of matches up, like there's a notch on the flower head. So it kind of all matches up together. So then I did the outline, and because everything is so light, you know, on that interior panel, and then dark on the main panel, it's kind of cool. Like, it's a really nice effect. So I'm going to go ahead and put that interior panel on the inside of the card, and then we're going to tape down that front little fold. And then I'm using some like foam dots, the dimensionals, to pop up the flower off of the little bit larger thing. It's kind of cool because it looks, you know, very sunny and sunshiny. So I really love how bright and cheerful this set really is. So I'm just going to put some adhesive on the back. I didn't have a liquid adhesive on my desk, so I just grabbed the tape runner, and I just made sure not to go all the way across so that there's no adhesive on the part of the circle that's sticking over, that's open. And the last little bit is to embellish. So, you know, I love odd numbers and triangles when I'm embellishing. And so, like, I played around a little bit with the embellishments, because sometimes you can put them in the middle of the flower and it looks like the inside, but I think the flower, like the inside is just a little bit, it's got like shading and stuff in there, so I didn't really want to do that. And so I'm just sort of trying to find a couple of good spots where it doesn't pull focus from the flower. And that is it. Well, thank you for making the card along with me. I hope you made it or made it your own. And don't forget to stay crafty.